Hello, and welcome to Inventors Helping Inventors. I'm your host, Alan Beckley, inventor of the Wonder Wallet. If you're an inventor searching for proven ways to make money with your invention, if you dream to see your product selling in stores everywhere, you've come to the right place. There's no better place to get help than from experts, inventors who've already achieved success. Every week, I interview successful inventors, asking them the questions you want to know. Tune in to learn from the experts so you can get your invention out of the tank and into the bank. IHI Nation, don't you absolutely hate to miss out on something good? I want to share with you that my premier training for inventors, the Inventors Bootcamp, registration closed at midnight Sunday, last night, so you just missed out. However, I provide for listeners to my podcast only, if you act quickly and you're listening on Monday, the 6th of January, you'll get an extension. You can still sign up to join the Inventors Bootcamp. So you'll get 5 days of live Zoom meeting training. It's going to teach you how to compare and contrast your invention versus the competition to make it stand out. And then from that, you'll create a clear, concise, and compelling 30-second pitch for your product, the kind that gets attention with marketers. So how do you sign up and still get into the bootcamp? Make sure to register today, Monday, the 6th of January. Just go to alanbeckley.com/bootcamp. And oh, by the way, all this training, the 5 days of live Zoom meetings, is available to you for only $47. But you can't wait. This is the last day, and it's only open to podcast listeners like you on Monday, January 6th. Again, to join us tonight in the bootcamp that starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, just go to alanbeckley.com/bootcamp. Many podcast listeners just like you have joined us in the bootcamp and are making progress and gaining traction. I look forward to seeing you in the bootcamp tonight. Welcome to episode number 473. Today I don't interview anybody because it's another me on the mic episode. But I have something interesting to share with you. And as you'll see, it may be just a little off topic for inventing, but as I share it with you, I think you'll find it's got a lot in common with inventing, and it's a passion project of mine I've been working on for more than 2 years. So let's get right to the title of what we're talking about today, and that is writing a book is like inventing. So I'm going to describe 3 ways that writing a book is like inventing, and then the second part of this interview, I'm going to describe my journey as a first-time writer of a fictional novel. So, how is writing a book like inventing? The first way is that both are creative endeavors where you create something new to put out into the world. The second way is that both typically involve a long period of development where money is spent, but no money comes in. And finally, the third way that they're similar is that both require excellent marketing for a profit to be realized, and the likelihood of a profit is small, less than 5%. So let me segue now to talk a little bit about my journey as a first-time writer of a fictional novel, and I think you're going to see some other similarities to inventing as I go through this. So my observation is there seems to be 3 phases to writing a novel for publication to a major publisher. The first phase is that initial creative phase involves writing the first draft. Now, I've got to share, this is a lot of fun because you just write as ideas come to you. There's no critique. You just get to put together a story and put characters in place. And my good fortune is I don't get writer's block much. When I sit down to write, it just flows to me. But here's an important point. For a fictional novel, you must write the entire book before you can submit to agents and publishers. That means you've got 100% risk. And to this point, it's taken me just under 2 years to write the first draft of my book, Earth 2040, Rise of the Bots. I think the title speaks for itself. I have dedicated 1 hour every morning to writing over about the last 2 years, and now I've got a 300-page novel, first draft completed. Which leads us to phase number 2, the second phase, editing and rewriting. Whereas that first phase, writing the first draft, is a lot of fun. The second phase, editing and rewriting, this phase, not a lot of fun. Why? It requires editing for typos and clarity, but also character development. Often, it requires big changes, like scaling back or eliminating a character. This is like losing a friend, because you come to regard your characters as if they're real people, because in your mind, they are real people. You may have to eliminate entire chapters that are just not essential to the flow of the book. Then next is to hire a professional editor to critique and suggest further changes. Now, I've not gotten to this phase yet. I'm still in phase 2, editing and rewriting on my own. But I want to stress this second phase, editing and rewriting, this could take as long or longer than writing the first draft did. So now let's go to the third phase. This should sound familiar, marketing. This is the most difficult phase of all. It involves 2 crucial elements. The first one is finding an agent who likes your book and sees potential in it. This means you may have to submit to a lot of agents before you get a bite or 2. And this could take many months, and as I just described, a lot of submissions. Once you've found an agent, then he or she is going to go on the journey of this next part, which is finding a publisher. And your agent may require many months in order to do this. And this is going to sound familiar too. The chances of a publisher picking up your book are only 2 to 3%. So just to highlight, writing a book is like inventing in 3 ways. Both are creative endeavors where you create something new into the world. Both typically involve long periods of development where money is spent, no money comes in, and both require excellent marketing for a profit to be realized. And as I described my journey as a first-time writer, I see there's 3 phases to writing a novel for publication. First phase is the initial creative phase, writing that first draft. Second phase, editing and rewriting, and editing more. And then the third phase is marketing, and this is finding an agent and finding a publisher. Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing, and that is, if this is at all interesting to you and you'd like to reach out to me, maybe you're writing a book, or if you would be interested in contributing to my GoFundMe campaign, you can do so by just going to alanbeckley.com/novel, and you can contribute to my GoFundMe. And for all those who contribute $50 or more, I will send you a sample chapter that you can look over. Thanks as always for listening, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in to Inventors Helping Inventors. If you like the show, please tell your friends about it. Make sure to subscribe in iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts so you won't miss a single episode. Talk to you soon.